Hey, what's going on guys? It's Onion Rings. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your Minecraft look like mine. If you've been watching my live streams, you'll know what it looks like, and you probably thought to yourself, wow, that looks pretty nice. I want my Minecraft to look like that. Well, now I'm going to help you accomplish that. If you haven't seen my Minecraft and you're just watching this video anyway, well, go check out the stream and you'll see what it looks like. Or you can just go ahead and install these mods and you'll find out for yourself what it looks like. Anyway, we'll get started. First thing you're going to need, which I'll have all the links in the description, in order of importance, like what we did first to last. First thing you'll need is Java. Make sure your Java is updated. Click this, go through the installer, bam, done. Now, you want to have Java 64-bit. You don't need this for the mods, but I would highly recommend Java 64-bit. It works great with Minecraft to basically let the game just like load quicker. You can have a higher render distance, you can render blocks quicker, and it really helps out with lag on older systems. So download this. It's this link right here. Click that. Go through the installer, bam, done. And then you want Java SE binary thingamabobber. You want to click this one on the left. Then you want to accept the license agreement right here. And then you want to click on your edition. It looks like they're all 64-bit, but you want to basically check if you have a Mac or a Linux or whatever. For most people, you're going to want the Windows 64-bit one. Click that, go through the installer, bam, done. Now, you're going to want Winrar for this, so click on the link for Winrar and choose your language. Most people are going to be English, so you're going to click English, and then you want to choose your operating system's bit. To figure that out, go to your control panel and click on that. I already have it up, so I don't need to click on it. Then you want to go to, well, I probably should have clicked on it anyway. Then you want to go to System and Security, System, and here you will find your operating system bit. There's only 32 and 64, I do believe. I don't think it goes any higher. But most people will have 64, but some weaker systems will be 32. Anyway, just download Winrar for whatever bit you have. Once that's done, bam, done. Now, you want to get Optifine. Now, Optifine can be a little bit tricky if you don't have your Javas completely updated and everything. So make sure your Javas are updated by installing the first three things I told you to. Go to Optifine, go to Downloads, and download the latest version. Now, I've already got it in my Downloads folder ready to go. If your Java is not launching like this with the Java symbol and it's launching with WinRAR or any other program, you need to right click it, go to Open With, and open it with the platform SE binary. If this is not popping up, click Choose Another App, More Apps, and look through here. Again, if it's not popping up, then you do not have the platform SE binary and you need to install it. Once it's installed and you have Optifine launched like this, you'll see this little box. It'll say that it's going to go to your Minecraft folder. Make sure you do not change this. It needs to go to your Minecraft folder. Click Install. Bam. Done. That's simple. Close out Optifine. Now for the actual resource and shader packs. For the resource pack, we're using Pultura Pure PBR. Now this one is going to be more taxing on your system, so keep in mind if you want to use these packs, you're going to have to have a decent computer. Most of the actual like lag is going to come from the shader pack and not the resource pack. In the shader pack, you can choose between the light and extreme version. So if you have a laggier system, you can choose the light version and you should be okay. But I will still warn you though that this is going to make you lag a little bit more, because we're talking about, I mean, look at these textures. You know, you get new sand, new stone, new grass. You can see the dirt and the roots in the dirt, and this is the wood. It's actually really cool. But anyway, click on this link for version 1.11, and once it's downloaded, it's going to look like this. Or you're going to go to MediaFire, you're going to click this big green button, and it's going to come down here in a little window as a RAR file with like the blue stack of books. Don't click that to open it, just click the X button to close out of it, and then close out of the link. What it does is it sends it right to your downloads folder, and we'll access it there later. And the same thing for the Silders. So go to the Silders link and then choose your version. Light would be for like integrated graphics and weaker systems, and then it gets higher as you go. If you have a good system, you can go for the higher versions. I use the extreme with volumetric lighting. So if you want it to look exactly like mine, you're going to want the extreme volumetric lighting. Of course, though, your computer might not be able to handle that, so If it doesn't, go for the lighter versions. Pick around or mess around with them, choose which one you want. You could download them all and put them all in your shaders pack folder, and you could just click on each one and see like which one runs decent on your computer and just find out which one works better for you. And then once you figure that out, you're good to go. Now to actually install those, go to your downloads folder, and you also want to launch your Minecraft folder. To do that, you want to hold down the Windows key on your keyboard and then press the letter R. And then in the run box you want to type %appdata%. Click OK. Open the .minecraft folder. Open the resource packs folder and drag your Pultra PBR RAR file from the downloads folder to the resource pack folder. That's it. Don't extract it, just like that. Now go back to the Minecraft folder, open the shader pack folder, and do that for the cylinders. Again, do not extract it, just drag it right in there. Bam, done. Now for the in-game settings, launch your Minecraft. Under the profile over here, you want to make sure you have Optifine selected. I do not know how this will work if you have Forge. I should probably mention that. If you have Forge, you can try launching as Forge. It might still work. I don't know. I use Optifine for mine because I don't use other mods that require Forge. So I don't know how these two interact with Forge. If you need more information, possibly check out the links to the actual shader and resource packs. I'm sure someone has commented or posted about it, about how they work with Forge. You'll have to look it up, but if you're just doing these two packs and you have no other mods, you don't need Forge. Just make sure you have the Optifine profile selected. Click play. Now bear with me a minute. This is going to take a minute to load. Actually, you know what? I'll just cut it out, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. So once you're on Minecraft, you want to go to your world. I'm just going to go to my realm, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my realm real fast. Okay, and then give me a second. It's going to take a minute to connect to the realm. You don't have to do it in a realm. You can just go in a single player world or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to my realm because I don't think I have a single player world. I think I deleted it. Load it in to your realm or your world or whatever. You want to go to options, resource packs, and you want to make sure the Pultura is over here on the right side under selected resource packs. It is going to say that it's incompatible and it was made for an older version of Minecraft. Install it anyway. Now when you click on to move it over here, when you click this done button, it's gonna freeze your computer. Don't click anything or your Minecraft will crash. Let it go. Don't do anything. It will take a minute, maybe more. Just let it go. The slower your computer, the longer it's gonna take. Just don't click anything or you're gonna crash your Minecraft. Let it go, do its thing. Once it's done, if you don't get the new textures, then you need to find out what you did wrong in the install process. Also make sure you have a paid version of Minecraft. I don't know if this works with cheated, cracked versions. I wouldn't recommend using a cheated, cracked version. If you are, then this might not work for you. If at any time it's not working, I'm not really sure what to say. My one friend had trouble getting it to work at first, but then he figured it out. I'm not sure how. He can probably paste his link, or not his link, but he can paste his fix in the comment section. I'll direct him to this video and he can say what he did when it didn't work for him, and then maybe you guys can try that fix and see if it works for you. But anyway, if it's working, then this step is done. Now you want to turn on the shader, because here, I'll show you what it looks like without the shader, because this is just the resource pack alone. Let me turn this off real quick. Well, not real quick, because it takes a minute. Again, when you're switching stuff, you don't want to click anything. You click and you're going to crash your Minecraft, because your computer's trying to render stuff and change stuff. So don't click anything until it's done. This is what the game looks like with just the resource pack without the shaders. You can see it's way gross. Like, it's just like standard Minecraft with better textures. I mean, there's really no difference. You get the new dirt textures and the new grass and all that. You get all that gloriousness, but you don't get any of the lighting changes. You still get the gross blocky sun, the gross blocky clouds, and it just doesn't look as good. Now, if you want it like this, that's completely fine. That's up to you. If you have a laggier computer, you might not want a shader, because shaders can really hamper your frame rate. But if you do want all the bells and whistles with the fancy lighting, and wow, there's a lot of dead skeletons over here. I'm going to take the loot, thanks. If you want all the bells and whistles and fancy lighting, then go ahead and go to video settings. If you installed Optifine correctly, you will see all of these new tabs down here, these bottom 6 tabs. Click click on the shaders one. Click on Silder's Vibrant Shaders, whatever version you have. If you downloaded them all because you wanted to try them all, then just click on whatever one you want to try first to see if it works. Again, for the laggier systems, you want the light. From medium-ish systems, there was like a medium/high setting, and then for like computers like mine with a quad-core i5 and a 480, then you should be fine with the extreme version. So click on it and wait for it to load. Once it's loaded, I would recommend for laggier systems you turn anti-aliasing off. There's very little difference between having it on and off. I have it on just because YOLO. And then make sure the render shadow and hand depth are all at 1x. If you're laggier, you can turn the render quality down. I would recommend going no lower than 0.7. Same for the shadows. Anything lower than 0.7 is going to look like crap. As you can see, 0.7 already doesn't look the greatest. It's a little bit blurry. It doesn't look all that great. That's if you're really laggy. Like, say you have a system, you're on the light version, and it's still lagging. Lowering the render quality would be a good way to get the lag to go away. However, I make no promises. I mean, if you're using integrated graphics card, you know, you're gonna lag one way or another. You can mess around with the settings, which I'll show you how to do that, and hopefully get it to a playable frame rate. Keep in mind, you don't need 60 FPS for Minecraft. As long as you can get it, say, at least 30, you should be good. Combat might be a little bit harder because you're gonna not be able to battle as quickly because you're gonna be lagging, but that's okay. And then actually for the opposite side of the spectrum, say your computer is so damn good, well, you can bump everything up to 2x. And of course, like I said, that's going to make you laggier. I go down to 30 FPS, but look how much better it looks. It just looks so great. Of course, I cannot deal with 30 FPS. I have to have at least 45-ish, 50. I'm spoiled by high frame rates. At 30 isn't good enough for me, but if it's good enough for you, there you go. Oops. Go back to video settings. I'm just going to leave everything at 1x for demonstrating this. You want to change your settings, you want to click shader options. And all through here is just like different things you can change. Bloom, fog, parallax mapping, shadows. I would highly recommend you turn down your shadow resolution and your shadow distance if you're having problem with lag. I'm actually going to turn my shadow distance up a little bit. What's max? 210. Let's do half, 120. I turned my resolution down because I had it at 8K and I don't need that. Colored shadows, whatnot. You can turn your shadows off completely too if you're lagging really bad. Shadows are usually pretty killer in games. You know, cell shading, what this does is it basically makes your game look like Borderlands, I think. Yeah, it makes the game pretty much look like Borderlands. So if you like that little like highlight around the objects, kind of like Borderlands has, you can turn this on. I don't like it myself, but some people do. So if you like your game to look cartoony, like Borderlands, you can turn that on. Just go through these options, mess with shit, do what you want. Just make sure you hover over it to read what it says first. I would recommend turning off depth of field, motion blur, turning down your shadows if you're having problems with lag. Of course, if you're not having problems with lag, you can crank everything up. It's up to you. White world, you don't want to turn that on. It just makes everything white. It's kind of gross. And that's really it, guys. I mean, that's how you get your Minecraft to look like mine. Simple as just installing a resource pack and a shader pack. Of course, it took like 10 minutes plus to do this tutorial, but that's because there's a lot of steps to it. But it's pretty simple once you get the basics down. It's basically just installing a lot of stuff. It's not too confusing. If you had any problems, then comment down below and I'll try my very best to assist you with your problems. Anyway, hope to see you guys in the lobby having some fun with me, and thanks for watching.